What's up, YouTube? It is Exposed After Dark, and we got a little bit of a surprise. We got the facecam podcast flowing. So you're going to see the boys behind the mask, behind the microphone. You got me, in case you were wondering, it's your boy BurnZ. Up to my top left, not sure he is on your screen, but we got, of course, the co-host with me, Mr. Steve Brand.
What's up, guys?
We got Mr. Chris Brand with us today.
What's up?
Little delay.
And we got the legend himself, Mr. Drewski.
What's up?
He took the Dally's not with us, so Dally lost his legend himself intro. So Drew took over that one.
Yeah, it's the first time we're gonna not have 5 people going into the podcast. So
in a while.
In a while,
yeah, it's
yeah.
a while.
For season 2.
yeah,
for
season
season
2.
two.
What episode are we on, Burns?
This is season 2, episode 4.
All right.
Well done.
Hey,
Yep.
clap it up.
One take.
One
Everyone,
take.
show off. Look at, we
Yeah.
got the exposed sweatshirts right now.
Damn
That's
right.
all you can see out of me. I'm a floating head.
Just the XG. We got Chris in the back. We got his penguin. We got Mr. Yoda with us. Lion King. All right, anyway. So this is going to be a good podcast. Last time, as we said, yeah, it's a little different, a little weirder than we're used to, but we'll get used to it.
Yeah, we'll settle in.
So, first things first, obviously this podcast is going to be Brady.
Is
goat.
he the
I
goat?
honestly don't think we need to talk about it.
Yeah, so it'll be Brady versus Rogers. But before we get in that, I just want to ask games this weekend.
You are
more.
you're lagging, my man.
I'm good. You're lagging.
Mm.
I want to get into what you guys thought of the games. So, I mean, obviously I went one. Thought the Saints were going to win.
They should have won.
They should have. The Rams have no business right now being in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that was pass interference.
Pass interference, helmet to helmet, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's,
Defenseless player.
Yeah, I mean,
Defenseless
we
receiver.
can go on. There's like 7 penalties on that one play that just weren't called. So it is what it is, though.
All right, cool talk. Good talk, guys. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously the Patriots are gonna win. That was obvious. And then, well, other than Steve, who picked the Chiefs, I did look back at our original podcast. So me and Steve, when we first, I had 2 guesses going into it. I said the Patriots Eagles or the Patriots Rams. So I was correct in my sort of with my second one.
I couldn't have been any more off, but
What'd you say, like Green Bay?
no, I said Eagles Steelers. So
Weren't even close there, buddy.
we weren't even close. In the AFC.
Well, I will give it up to Steve for once in his life. He
Yeah.
made a guess. He called at the beginning of the season that the Jets were going to go 4-12.
And what did the Jets do? We went
4-12,
4-12, baby.
So upsetting.
I know. If you go back on the,
And it won't be better next year either.
I heard. I don't know if Chris was trolling, but he was saying how good the Jets were going to be this year, and so they were going to win the division. Like one of the podcasts we had with him, and yeah, clearly didn't work out.
No.
But all right, who do you real quick before we get into the big argument? Who you guys guessing for the Super Bowl? I'm taking the Patriots. Obviously.
Patriots.
I'm going with the Patriots.
Okay.
There's not a shot in hell that the Rams beat New England. Not a shot in hell.
I mean, any given Sunday, bro. But you never know, man.
Not a shot in hell. If the Saints were in it like they were supposed to be, I'd put my money on the Saints. But
You would take Breeze over
I would
Brady,
take Breeze over Brady. But
and
I want to just jump right into it. I mean, the whole podcast is gonna be "Is Brady the GOAT?" And you guys, it's like a 3-on-1 right now because I know all 3 of you guys think he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
I have a 3-page Word document.
Let me see it right
Ready to
now.
go. What do you
All
want
right.
me to see? You want me to send you a video of me scrolling through my 3 pages?
Did you really actually make 3 pages on why he's not the GOAT?
Do you
it's
want me
Steve.
to-
He definitely
Do
did.
you want me to scroll through it?
No, I don't want to see
I'll
it
take
because
a-
it's probably all fucking false information. Just
All right, I'm videoing it right now. 1 second, I'm scrolling through. There you go. I'll send it to you.
this is
Send
what
it
the people want to hear.
Yeah, send it to
that no one wants to hear. All right.
All right, so
Wow.
does any of you guys want to go first, or like, is it gonna be me?
Well, I think we should. I think we should probably have you. I mean, you're the.
You
Yeah,
keep,
might as well
you
read
keep
it.
lagging, my man.
Nah, it's you, my friend.
Oh, you keep cutting out your audio.
So I would say probably you're gonna want to go first because then, like you say your arguments, whatever. We'll have a little back and forth. Like you're not going through that whole 3 pages. Like just pick a topic and then we'll try and counter topic.
But you see,
it.
the way I have it though, I wrote it so it's just for me to all say in like one fluent motion. It's like a story like board. Like I have exactly what I want to say.
All right.
Like,
Well, you
in order.
do that. We'll try our best not to cut off. But hey, if something arises, it's this is like a pardon the interruption type thing,
All right. I mean,
So as soon as Steve loses, his bubble is off the board.
all I ask is for you guys just to let me say everything I have to say, and then you guys can, by all means, trash it afterwards.
All right. Let's hear. So let me clarify. You are arguing that Aaron Rodgers is
No.
the GOAT.
I am arguing that Tom Brady
That
is
Tom Brady
not
is
the
not.
best quarterback to ever live. I am arguing
So,
that.
but I want to ask who is then.
That's you could argue many different people.
But who would you argue?
Out of who we've seen and who we've got to witness alive, I personally think Rodgers is the best out of all.
All right, no.
But
All right, just do your thing. Just do your thing, Steve. I
have
don't want to
four
hear
notable
it as it
quarterbacks.
is.
4 notable quarterbacks.
And then I
You
would-
better have this.
And as you know,
Like-
from who we're alive and who we've seen, Brady would be number 4.
You better. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm about to remove him from the call,
I'm
dude.
about to get
Honestly,
off, dude. The audacity to even say number 4, dude.
All right.
All right, just start, Steve.
All right,
Just start.
so football is a. How do I want to start it? All right.
Well, you have the entire 5-page MLA
Yeah.
citation essay on it.
So for the NHL, all right, just hear me out. Let me just go through all my things. All right, no, the NHL, it's anonymous. Wayne Gretzky, greatest hockey player to ever play the game. All right, Wayne Gretzky, when it comes to Stanley Cup victories, not even in the top 50. There are 50 players who have more Stanley Cup victories than Wayne Gretzky. Yet Wayne Gretzky is the greatest hockey player on earth. Why? Individual skill at his position to play the game. All right. And when you go baseball, I mean, there's a lot more argument with baseball. You could say, Babe Ruth is the greatest baseball player to ever play the game. I personally would say Ken Griffey Jr., but that could also be argued. But Yogi Berra, most World Series wins, but he's not talked about as the GOAT. My thing is, you can't. So many people say that Tom Brady is the greatest because of his 5 rings, and championships rings shouldn't be an accurate way to judge an individual's greatness in team sports, particularly in football. So I'm going to use basketball as an instance, as for an example. Players can have a bigger impact because there's only 10 on the court, and they're on the court for like 40 minutes out of like a 48-minute total game. While in football, you're
I just picture you. Not that. Sorry, I just picture you.
in football, you're playing just offense or defense. You're that's it. You only have that one impact, and you may be on the field for maybe 30 minutes out of this whole 60 minutes. You're not playing for half the game. So to judge a quarterback,
you just said. Never mind.
Judge a quarterback on Super Bowl wins, where there's so many aspects of the game that a quarterback doesn't even have control over. I mean, a solid.
But he does have control. Did you see his offense against Atlanta? It was 3-28, Steve.
And
No,
that is a phenomenal quarterback. And I'm not taking anything away from Brady. He's a great quarterback. He's just not the GOAT.
Aaron Rodgers wouldn't have been able to do that.
Let me finish. God.
I can't sit through this bullshit anymore, dude.
A
It is
solid
so-
Break it down. You can break it down.
A
Go
solid.
go-
Yeah, I
section.
have it literally sectioned off. All right, where the hell did BurnZ go? He's like bending over.
I'm drop my chapstick.
So you can judge
What
a
flavor do you
quarterback
have?
off Super Bowl wins. That's just my thing. All right, because an average quarterback can win a Super Bowl with a solid defense, and I take Trent Dilfer as an example. Trent Dilfer won the Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens back in 2000. Most of you guys probably have never even heard of him. Because Baltimore had just a fantastic defense. They won the Super Bowl, all right? Now, are you going to argue that because Trent Dilfer has one more ring than Dan Marino, that Trent Dilfer is better than Dan Marino? No, Dan Marino is definitely one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever live as well. But Dilfer has one ring. You're not going to argue that. The ring should mean nothing, all right?
The ring should mean nothing.
In the 17 seasons that Tom Brady has been the starting quarterback of the Patriots, he has had out of the 17 seasons, 13 of his defenses have been top 10. All right, and some of the other quarterbacks who you could argue is the GOAT, Peyton Manning, had 7 top 10 defenses in 17 seasons. Drew Brees has had 2 top 10 defenses in 17 seasons, and Rodgers has had 2 top 10 defenses in 11 seasons. Brady has had 13. 13. All right? All 3 of those quarterbacks are very arguably, you can, say is the greatest quarterback to ever live in the Brady era in our time. And out of all 3 of those quarterbacks, Brady ranks behind all 3 in touchdowns and completion percentage per season, and is also last in all of them in yards in seasons where all of them have started at least 15 games. All right? You also got to now look at the impact that Tom Brady actually has. Tom Brady has only missed 20 games in his career. In those games, the Patriots are 14-6 without Brady. 14-6. All right? The Packers without Aaron Rodgers are 3-6-1. The Colts without Peyton Manning are 2-14. And the Saints are 3-5 without Breeze. Matt Castle, a shit quarterback, brought the Patriots to an 11-5 season in 2008 when Brady missed that entire year.
Did they make the playoffs?
It's still an 11-5 season.
Did they make the playoffs?
It's still.
Did they make the playoffs?
So you're gonna
that was after an 18-1 season.
Did Matt Castle get them
they did
to
not
the
make
Super Bowl?
Did Matt
That was after an 18-1 season.
It was an 11-5 season without Brady.
Without the playoffs. No, Brady would have got him in the playoffs, Steve. Brady would have walked them through the playoffs.
The Patriots are 14-6 without him, and I'm gonna come back to that point.
Can I just say something real quick?
In 2016, when Brady was serving a 4-game suspension, which he should have had longer than 4 years, the Patriots went 3-1 with Garoppolo and Brissett. It is all a system game in that organization.
Okay.
Brady, yes, he's great. Brady does a lot to help the team win. But overall, when you look at Brady not playing, if the Patriots could still go 14-6 without him, come on. It's more of a team. He has such a good team all his years where you don't need this outstanding quarterback to do good. All right, and now I broke it down even more. All right, I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers because I think he's the best out of all the 4.
What's Aaron Rodgers' record?
With what? Without Aaron
Just
Rodgers?
win-loss.
I didn't look that up.
You're saying without Aaron Rodgers, with Aaron Rodgers, they went 7-1.
What? You cut out.
They went
Aaron Rodgers do this
6-7-1 this year with
year.
Aaron Rodgers.
It was this year, and look at the team that he has.
Okay,
Look
I'm
at the
just gonna
team.
let you know right now. Aaron Rodgers'
Let me-
win-loss
I'm gonna
is
keep-
97-52.
Okay.
You want to know what Brady's is?
Yeah, it's outstanding.
207.
Yeah, it's outstanding.
60. Rodgers needs 8 more losses, which he'll get next season. And Brady can go
look
undefeated.
at Brady's team. Let me just finish my points, all right? Let me finish my points, okay? I took Aaron Rodgers and I took Brady, all right? In the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, I took their statistics.
He has to just grab random-ass statistics.
The last 4 minutes of a game, all right?
What
Brady
game?
averaged throughout their entire career, the last 4 minutes, all right? Brady's completion percentage is 57.7, and his touchdowns per interception is 2.4. Rodgers is 58.9% completion, and his touchdown to interception rate is 2. All right, so Brady has a little bit more of an edge, better in the last 4 minutes of the game over Rodgers. But when you take the whole fourth quarter as a whole, Brady's completion percentage is 61.6. Rodgers' completion is 63.41. Brady's rating in the fourth quarter in his whole career is a 94.3. Aaron Rodgers is a 102.6. And
You want to know why that's at?
And TDs per interception. Brady throws 2.68 touchdowns per interception. Rodgers will throw 3 touchdowns.
Okay, that's literally now.
I want you to look at every other quarter because Tom Brady's probably already winning by the time they get to the fourth quarter. While Aaron Rodgers,
if you watched any of the games this year, he literally does not even go for it. If he can't get a pass, he just throws it out of bounds. He had the highest by a massive amount of throwaways. Okay. That's why he had 2 interceptions this year.
Okay, can we move on? I'm actually getting really
No, you're good. Keep going. Keep going.
Now I broke it into the red zone. All right. And it was actually surprising at how close they are. But Brady's completion and Rodgers' completion in the red zone throughout their entire career averages to the exact same completion percentage of 59.4. They both have a 59.4 completion percentage in the red zone. QB rating, Brady's a 101.3. Aaron Rodgers is a 101.2. But the biggest difference is touchdowns per interceptions in the red zone. Brady will throw 16 touchdowns for every interception. Rodgers will throw 22 touchdowns for every interception.
Dude, yawn. Honestly, like if you have to pick up these random ass stats to make him better.
I was just breaking it down. I just took Aaron Rodgers because I think he's the best out of all of them.
He's getting his storyboard together.
Getting my story, yeah.
Nice.
Right, so now all that that's not even to mention that Aaron Rodgers has run for more touchdowns and first downs, though he has played for 6 fewer seasons. Rodgers has rushed for over 2,500 yards and has scored 25 rushing touchdowns.
Everybody knows Brady doesn't run, dude.
Has only rushed for 940 yards and has scored 17 rushing touchdowns.
No, that's wrong. He got over 1,000, dude.
Yeah,
so
he's
he
not
just hit the record over 1,000. Your stats are from 2012. Yeah. Let's get it up here, dude.
His stats aren't even on the new year.
Still
Brady had a
his stats aren't even
from like 2 years ago. He started the year with 997. How old are these stats?
I have 940 as my stat for Brady. So maybe.
Bro, what'd you get it from Wikipedia 2015?
You know how many yards Brady has lost from kneels? It's like 400 yards, dude. I'm not kidding.
Dude, Brady doesn't need to run the ball, dude. He just slings it, dude.
Anyway,
you're Aaron Rodgers.
One of the arguments that Brady over Rodgers in their performance in the playoffs. Brady has had more opportunities in the postseason, having started 34 playoff games as opposed to Rodgers' 16.
How are you gonna? All right,
as you know, and as I said before, the Packers have statistically had worse defenses than the Patriots in playoff losses. The Packers' defenses have given up an average of 35 points a loss. When the Patriots, when they lose in the playoffs, have only given up an average of 25. That is a 2-possession score difference.
These stats are making me want to go to bed.
And if you average all their games combined, Rodgers averages more yards per game, more touchdowns per game, and a higher completion percentage, as well as a higher touchdown to interception ratio in the playoffs. And on top of all that, 70% of Aaron Rodgers' playoff games have been on the road, where he has had to face hostile environments, where Brady's entire playoff history has played at home for 80% of his playoffs games. And that is a huge factor.
The Patriots winning in the regular season to get home field advantage
because of a general overall better team, and I'm going to get into that as well. All right? Everyone argues the whole 5 rings is the GOAT. However, there's also someone in the league who got 5 rings before Brady, and no one ever says anything about him. And his name is Charles Haley, defensive end. Has 5 Super Bowl rings. He has more rings than Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, Derek Thomas, Alan Page, and Deacon Jones combined. Though Charles Haley, a Hall of Famer, is ranked less than all those guys, and all of them are Hall of Famers. And he has 5 rings. No talk of him ever being any sort of greatness. You just jump,
Brady's a quarterback.
You just jump right to a quarterback of Tom Brady. All right? When asked in an interview, Brady has given Rodgers praise, saying that he thinks that Rodgers can do that what no one in the league has ever done or can do just because of his physical ability. Some of the plays that he makes are just phenomenal, not just the throws, but the scrambles. That is coming directly from Brady about Rodgers. All right? Now, if you want to look at Manning, 4 Super Bowl appearances, 2 Super Bowl wins. Manning has a 3-1 versus Brady record head-to-head in conference championship games. He is also the only quarterback to win multiple Super Bowls with different franchises and 4 different head coaches to get there. And now back to your playoff thing. Brady has arguably and probably unquestionably been playing in the worst division in football history in his era, okay? Throughout his career. And I get it, Burns. I know you said during divisional games, his record isn't too good. But outside divisional games, the Jets are still losing. The Bills are still losing. Miami is still losing. The Patriots can go 0-6 in their division every single year and not win a single division game and still win the division every single year.
I would find it extremely difficult to even argue that the AFC East was worse than the NFC North throughout these years.
But look at the...
I'm talking about just Rodgers' division. They're literally trash the last 20 years.
The AFC East is by far definitely the worst.
No.
100%.
Yeah. Bro, the AFC East is always a solid defense. They have like top defenses here. The Bills are still like a top 5, arguably, defense in the league.
That's great. The fact that the Patriots can go 0-6 in their division and still win the division every year is enough. You don't have those divisional games mean nothing. If they can lose, if the Patriots lost every single divisional game in the Brady era, they're still winning the division. That is how bad the teams are.
That's the most asinine comment I've ever heard.
Look it up. Look at everyone.
Bro,
look at everyone's
this
record.
year alone.
I'm not talking about this year. Overall, as a general, the Patriots are winning the division, even if they go 0-6 in their division.
That is the stupidest comment I think I've ever heard in my life.
I'm just saying. Let's see. Where was I now in my document here? Okay. I went away from stats and I just okay. So he has 5 rings, and yes, they were all won, but how history went down on him getting those 5 rings. Teams historically making bad decisions and horrible official calls. Is that really a definitive factor on letting him be the greatest of all time? Because in reality, if teams didn't make those poor mistakes and officials actually got the right call, Brady has won 2 rings. 2 that you can't even argue. 2.
You could literally say Brady could be 8-0 right now.
You could argue the Seahawks, all they had to do was run the ball. The Falcons, all they had to do was run the ball. His first ring, the tuck rule, he fumbled that ball. But because he's Tom Brady, they gave it to him and they ended up going to the Super Bowl. He had no business even being in the Super Bowl that year. 2. You can give Brady 2 rings, and that is it. Without
you can also give him 2 rings back if the Giants didn't have 2 stupid 1 in a million plays.
Yeah, you're done. You asked for 5 minutes.
That's what I'm saying, bro. The Giants are literally the Patriots are 2 plays away from beating Giants both times. And literally, if the Eagles don't get that strip sack at the end, Brady's going down the field. He could be 8-0 off 3 plays. It's
Dude, what is it? What does it matter,
saying.
Steve?
I'm just saying.
Super Bowls don't matter. Super Bowl rings.
But I'm just saying that's the argument.
But does he have those rings?
He does have those rings. They have 5 rings. But I'm just saying, out of those factors, if you can consider those factors, that is also enough for you to say, oh, definitive. He earned those 5 rings completely. No controversy at all. I mean, regardless. I mean, even if you want to say the Seahawks and the Falcons still could have lost, because obviously they could have still lost if they just would have ran the ball. But the officials, the tuck rule, really? You shouldn't have even been in the Super Bowl that first year. That was a fumble. It's not anyone who watches football knows that's a fumble.
Hey, Drew.
But
I think it's your time, dude.
I'm almost done. I'm on the last page.
Okay.
Finally, another common argument that I have is that I think that Belichick is the greatest head coach to ever live the game, and I think that Brady is just a product of Belichick's system, because Bill Belichick has the greatest system in the NFL. When Brady was asked about Belichick and the whole system, Brady quote-unquote says, I know myself as a player. I'm really a product of what I've been around, who I was coached by, what I played against, in the era I played in. I really believe if a lot of people were in my shoes, they could accomplish the same things. So I've been very fortunate. He even knows he's had the greatest coach. He even knows he's had the greatest system that works. Belichick is the mastermind. Belichick deserves the most credit for all these Super Bowl victories, not Brady. Because when it comes down to it, if you took Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers and put those quarterbacks, or even Peyton Manning on the Patriots are going to have the same success. But if you took Tom Brady and you put him on the Packers, is Tom Brady going to have 5 rings with the Packers? Is Tom Brady going to have the success that he does, or the influence that he does on another team? And the answer is no. Because of individual actual talent in the quarterback position. All right? Aaron Rodgers has more arm power. Aaron Rodgers is more accurate. Brees has more arm strength. Brees is more accurate. Rodgers can run. Brady cannot run for shit. Right? Peyton Manning may have been the smartest quarterback to read the defense ever. There are so many other factors that you could put into. And if you moved Brady off of the Patriots, there's no argument, there's no discussion of the greatness of the greatest quarterback of all time, because he wouldn't have been as successful. That's why I said there's a difference between the most talented quarterback and the most achieved quarterback. Brady is obviously the most achieved quarterback, hands down. Is he the most talented? No. If you could take, and I'm going to end it on this, if you could take one person who has never seen a football game ever in their life, and they know nothing about Tom Brady's rings, and you let them watch Drew Brees, you let them watch Peyton Manning, you let them watch Aaron Rodgers, and you let them watch Tom Brady, knowing nothing about anything, 10 out of 10 of them are not picking Tom Brady as a quarterback, the best quarterback.
Dude.
Because of individual talent. Ability to play the game.
All right, Steve, you're done.
So, first thing I'm going to start off with, which I thought was, I saw someone really made me, and it said, Tom Brady, if you split Tom Brady's career in half, so you split his career in half, both of those halves, he's a Hall of Famer. There's no other. I'm just saying, there's no other. Think of another NFL. You split their career in half, where they're beginning half and where they're at now, they'd be a Hall of Famer in both. Aaron Rodgers definitely not.
No, absolutely not.
Peyton Manning definitely not. The Broncos won in spite of Peyton Manning. He threw for like 190 yards. He was trash against the Panthers.
I mean, he also won the ball with the Colts as well, and he.
Bro, the guy doesn't have feeling in his fingertips, and he beat the Panthers. That was their defense that literally just ripped open the Panthers' asshole and just planted.
I also stated that in the beginning of my argument that defense wins championships.
What?
I also stated that in the beginning of my argument that you need a phenomenal defense, and the Patriots have had 13 out of the 17 seasons top 10 defenses. It is not all Brady. You cannot give it all to Brady. Because, like I said, if you put Brady anywhere else, he doesn't have the career he has.
Dude, you can't say that, because I bet if you do put him somewhere else, he might be good. You're saying he's not going to be good anywhere else.
He's going to be good, but he's not going to win 5 Super Bowls anywhere else. Because he's not going to have the greatest head coach, and he's not going to have that system, the Patriots system. They're 14-6 without him. They clearly know what they're doing. They can do it without Brady. They can win the playoffs without Brady.
I want to bring 2008 up. Did you know in that season, the most points their defense gave up in a win was 28. Other than that, they only gave up 21 max. Their defense won that season, not the quarterback.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, you're talking all this game, their defense. Like, they did so good that year on their defense, and then
they gave up 10 points or under 5 times.
Okay.
That season was the defense.
Okay.
Then when it's
an overall. You're just proving my point even more.
No, we're talking about that season.
They didn't do as well under Brady. In 2007, they scored a total of 590 points. In 2008, they scored 410 points. They should not have went 11-5 that season.
But the defense kept them in it.
Yes, but that means the quarterback had less of there was more of an impact that Brady wasn't there.
But
dude, bro, they went from the record. They went from a record-setting NFL to 11-5
without Brady. Brady is not needed on that team to go anywhere.
They had the same team, and it was 7 less wins.
Oh my god.
Now, also, when you bring up Belichick,
so how are you gonna say Brady? They don't need. It was literally 7 less wins than Brady.
I'm aware of that. Brady plays a factor because he's good.
Okay,
he's
but wait.
The best. I'm just saying.
But wait.
You guys literally are proving my point right
Hold
now.
on. We have the Belichick the GOAT debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's
Belichick's
see.
the greatest head coach.
There's actually data of Belichick before Brady. So we got let's see, Cleveland Browns first season 6-10, 7-9, 7-9. 11-5.
Until he
And
had
his
the
last
system,
season was
until
the
he had
Browns.
Brady.
He had
And then his
Until
last
he had Brady.
no.
Yes.
Bro, without Brady, so Cleveland Browns last season 5-11. Without Brady on the Patriots, they go 5-11. 2001, when who? When the GOAT comes in, they go from 5-11 to 11-5. But it's a system.
Dude, because Brady makes everyone on his team better.
So you're saying if you
Hands
put
down.
Tom Brady on the Cleveland Browns, the Browns are a Super Bowl team?
Dude, he'll
Yeah,
just
they're
toss
in
out
his
to
prime.
Landry 100%.
Yes.
You guys. are
This
insane.
team right now,
minimum
the Browns at this moment, if you put Brady on, they're winning at least 10 games.
100%. 100%.
I'll agree to 10 games. Are they going to the playoffs?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Are they winning the
They're
Super Bowl?
They're winning their
It's a good
division
chance.
because the only competition they'll have is Browns or the Ravens at this point because the Steelers are falling apart.
You're at an advantage automatically if you don't have to play against Tom Brady.
You're also at an advantage if you don't have to play against, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers, no, not considering this year because look at his fucking team. But
Dude, let's not talk
Bro,
about
Aaron Rodgers
Manning.
literally had a better receiving core than the Patriots. Like you
That's
act like
so not
Devontae
true.
Adams a minimum top 10 receiver, arguably top 5.
I would choose Edelman over Devontae Adams
And you're an idiot.
any day.
Julian Edelman
And
is
you're
the
an
second best
idiot.
receiver. the
Edelman
Patriots-
is the greatest
Exactly.
slot receiver.
Dude, you never
No,
see
in the
Edelman
world.
go for a deep ball like
Because you don't have to. Look at what Brady does. That entire Chiefs game, I knew where the ball was going. White lined up here. It's gonna be a screen pass to White. Let White run 30 yards.
Dude, he
Why
has-
wouldn't he do that if it's gonna work?
Edelman goes in motion. Edelman's gonna slant over the middle. Oh, what do you know? Edelman slanted over the middle for 20 yards.
So
So why wouldn't he do it if it's going to work? If he knows it's going
does
to work.
and that's the system. And whose system is it? Belichick.
Now hold on. Now Belichick. There are 3 other quarterbacks Belichick has had that have played at least one season. 2 out of the 3 of them are under 500. Move on to someone else and play better.
Brady is still. I'm not trying to take anything away that Brady's bad. He's a great quarterback, but as individual talent, because if you put Breeze on the Patriots are going to be the same. If you put Aaron Rodgers on the Patriots are going to be the same. Peyton Manning on the Patriots are going to be the same.
No.
Yes,
No.
not a doubt in my mind. Not a doubt in my mind.
first of all, I'm pretty sure James White had like 4 catches last game. So I don't know why you're acting like he was getting top
James
10
White
this career.
balled out, man.
Last game?
Dude, you know
James
Sony
White didn't do
Michel-
anything last
Sony
game.
Michel
So
did
many
everything, dude.
times.
Dude,
We're talking about, you said last game. You knew. First of all, he had 4 catches. Edelman, I'm pretty sure, had like 7 catches and was still held under 100 yards.
Sony Michel, dude.
The Patriots would just keep. The Patriots prove that you do not have to play deep. You don't have to do any. You could play.
First of
short,
all,
dinky
they
passes.
don't have a deep threat. Like
You don't need a deep
Rodgers
threat
has.
with that system.
Rodgers has literally 2 deep threats. And people run that offensive system and have no success. You need a quarterback that can actually read defenses and get the ball away on time.
And every quarterback that
know.
I mentioned could read those defenses.
Dude,
But yeah,
You saying that
So-
Peyton Manning can't
he
read a
has
defense?
Chris Hogan.
Peyton
No,
Manning is
I'm
the
not
be-
saying
Peyton
that.
Manning is the best quarterback ever to read a defense.
That I would argue that.
Oh, come on. Peyton Manning.
What do you mean, come on?
Peyton Manning could write a book about how to read a defense.
So you're
Tony
telling me
Romo can write a book on how to fucking read a defense.
So
Dude,
he-
Tony Romo calls the play before it happens.
Tony Romo was phenomenal.
Listen, all I know is there's literally statistics of Belichick without Brady, and you see, Brady literally brought him back up from his
Dude, I feel
career,
like
dude.
Being a quarterback for 10 years, like playing, you probably can read like every defense, dude.
Probably at this
Oh,
point
not
of his
that hard.
career, yeah. But is he as
Bro,
good, is he going to be as good as Peyton Manning reading it? Peyton Manning
They're
was
probably
the goat
equally
of
the
reading a
same.
defense. No quarterback is ever going to read a defense like Peyton Manning.
I mean, Brady
Ever.
literally does.
Not
You
as
know how many
much.
audibles Brady calls too? Like,
Oh,
to-
yeah, 100%. Yeah, no.
Yards.
Kill. Yeah, no, I know.
That's half the reason why he's the best of all time. Is
He
his
literally switched the
range.
play
Yeah.
to the game-winning touchdown after they called it. He literally called it off, and they scored the touchdown to come back. First of all, again, anyway, that last game against Stallone should just be argumented. I could just put that
Dude,
game
the,
up.
the Patriots should even be in the Super Bowl this year if you really want to argue it.
Why?
Because roughing the passer call was absolute bullshit.
It wasn't like
and that brought them to a touchdown.
It's nothing that hasn't been called on like any other big
No,
quarterback.
it does. But here's my argument with that. All right, it does get called a lot. But if you're gonna let Gronk get raped down the sideline and not flag that, and you're letting them play a shoulder tap that makes the shoulder pad hit his helmet and his helmet move, and then call that roughing the passer. It's ridiculous. If you're gonna let the
That's
teams
the
play, if you're gonna let them
dumbest
play,
argument I've ever
if
heard.
you're gonna let them play,
They don't let him play. Gronk just doesn't get calls.
They do
Also,
let
they
them
missed a
because
play.
it's
lot.
Gronk.
They
Times
didn't
that
call
team-
a lot of things in that game. They would let
They
him
did
play.
say
It's a championship
if it's
game.
1-on-1 and it's a toss-up ball, the refs let them just touch each other. There's no like pulling, but if there's like a little shoving, like a little touch, like they let that go.
They were letting him play.
Yeah, but
So
if Brady
if you're letting him
whacked in the
play,
face,
a
right across the
shoulder,
face-
a high five to the shoulder should not be.
Bro, he got hit
roughing
in
the
the face
passer.
mask. Are you talking about that one?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty sure they touched him in the face.
He got clipped in the bottom.
He got clipped
It
on the
wasn't-
bottom. It was a shoulder
should
pad,
not
and his
have been
shoulder pad
called.
moved his helmet, and
Look,
that's
it
why they
shouldn't have been
called it.
called,
It should
but
not
from
have
the
been called.
ref's angle, the helmet moved, so we called it. That's why
He
it
literally ran down the field twice, back to back, to win the game
And on that
at 41 years of age.
And hear me out.
If
on
you
this
even
one.
try to argue offsides, that I don't even want to hear.
No,
it.
he was offside completely.
Bro,
but
his whole fucking body was offside.
he's
That's what I'm
offside-
saying,
He's
like-
offside. Granted, yes, but the official, when they're spotting the ball, are supposed to let any defensive player lined up in the neutral zone. The referee is supposed to let them know they are lined up on the neutral zone. If you look at the tape, that ref had his hand in his pocket before the ball was hiked, and as soon as the ball came out, he threw the flag. Did not let him know he was lined up in the neutral zone at all. He was waiting for Brady to hike it.
How do you
And
know
if
he
he
couldn't hear him?
And if he doesn't line up in the neutral zone, and that's not offside, game's over. Brady threw his third pick in the
Nah,
championship
I
game.
already read an article said the flag was on Brady's side, so he knew it was a free play.
The official is right there. You see him holding.
I'm saying he wouldn't have made that throw had it not been a free play. Like they threw the flag and he knew he had a free play.
But the official should have never had to go to a free play. The official should have let him
It's all
know
these
you're
ifs
lined up
and
in the neutral
buts,
zone.
Like, dude, praise the goat. That's it. Let's move on.
Hold on, let's go fourth quarter comeback really quick. So we're gonna see if you guys want to take a guess. Who do you think has the most fourth quarter comebacks?
Not
If you
Tom
wanna take
Brady.
a guess. Yeah. So you're gonna have Tom Brady at 35. Aaron Rodgers. Anyone got a guess?
Probably less than that.
14.
12.
Yeah, probably a lot less than that. Yeah.
Brady is just the most clutch quarterback. There's no other quarterback you would want to have.
Who is the most?
You have one drive. Brady, 35.
Brady has the most fourth quarter comebacks.
Yep.
I thought Romo had that stat.
Now of active leaders, and I doubt Romo has 35.
I thought Romo was like the king of clutch, man. Romo
If we're being honest,
Romo
the most
drove the
clutch
Cowboys
quarterback,
down a lot, man.
the most clutch quarterback in postseason history is Eli Manning.
Peyton Manning is the leader of everybody with
Big
43.
Dick Nick is the most clutch
Peyton Manning
quarterback.
has the lead with that.
43, and then Tom Brady at 35.
Okay. So, literally, like, there's no other quarterback. You have one drive in the Super Bowl. You need one quarterback to take you down the field.
I would take Tom Brady
100
exactly.
exactly.
Manning before Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is what you're gonna see out of him. Ready? Oh God! And just throw it out of bounds. Like there's no. It's so. Dude, he throws it out of bounds every time. He looks so stupid this whole season. He looks
Yeah,
so bad.
and you're acting like Rodgers lived off dunks, dude, and screens this year. He threw him away, bro. He overthrew Adams like so many times this year. It was
It
ridiculous.
wasn't his best. I have no. I'm not even saying that Rodgers is the goat though. I'm
You
just
said
saying
he's
he
number
is.
one, though.
I
But he's not even, like, you
personally
can't even-
like him the most out of all four. But you can make an argument for all four as well.
And no
Yep.
one argues about you're saying the only reason consider the GOAT is because of his rings. No, it's his rings and everything else. His wins, his stats.
Well, no one's gonna
I mean-
match his playoff stats because he's been there every year, and that goes back to his division. That goes back to his being able to be in the playoffs.
That's the stupidest thing ever, dude. Because he gets to the playoffs, he's playing the best team of the AFC.
And he's still being and he could be. He could
And
still
he's
be-
winning.
He's winning, yes. But look at his team. Do I have to remind you again? Out of his 17
Bro.
season, he has 13 top 10 defenses. He always has a defense to keep him in it, and defense overall wins championships.
If you take
If Tom Brady had a shit defense, a lot of those playoff wins are not going to be wins.
Bro.
It's an overall effort. There is no I in team in football. You can't just say Brady makes the Patriots because it's an overall team. And the fact that
But
they
he
are
does.
14-6 without him shows that without him they can still win games. They still can be a playoff push without Brady. And the fact that you guys can't,
You literally are like contradicting yourself.
How am I contradicting myself?
You're saying that they're good because they win like 14-6. Oh, they're good, but then you're saying every team, their division is trash.
They are.
So it's like everyone can win.
If anyone else was if the Patriots were in the AFC East, whoever took their spot would be winning that division as well.
Bro, you put the Patriots in literally any division, there's not a single division that they wouldn't win.
Nah, that's not true.
Who?
They wouldn't win a lot of the divisions in the NFC this year.
Give me two. Name two divisions.
Okay, the Saints had a better record and the Rams had a better record. They wouldn't have won those divisions.
First of all, they would have beaten the Saints twice, and they would have.
The Saints are definitely a better team than the Patriots this year. 100%.
Yeah, they are a better team, but the Patriots have a better quarterback.
Nah, it's also arguable.
Bro, imagine you put Tom Brady on that team. They're 16-0. You give him Michael Thomas, you give him Kamara and Ingram, and the defense that the Saints has this year. He's putting up better stats than Breeze. They're going undefeated.
No, he doesn't.
You put Brady on the Packers this year, they win at least 10 games. Adams scores at least like 15 to 18 touchdowns.
Nope. Because that's the difference that Breeze and Rodgers makes on that team. If you didn't have Rodgers playing, as bad as they did this year, they may not even won a game. And without Breeze, the Saints aren't 13-3 without Breeze. It's the impact that they have. Like I said, you put Breeze and Aaron Rodgers on the Patriots are still going to be able to do what they can do.
If Brady didn't play this year, the Patriots maybe would have had 8 wins.
That's generous.
I don't think
Dude,
so. I still think the Patriots could still win the division. They may not be in the Super Bowl, but I'd still say they win the division. They go to the playoffs, 100% without Brady, because their team overall is so freaking good. And that's that's what people don't like to recognize, that the Patriots as a whole are really good. Brady
makes every player he plays with. If you put Edelman on another team without Tom Brady,
Edelman still
his
probably
stats would be
out.
like half now. He would not be anywhere close to what he is with Brady. They literally had the players, the people that play against these people, vote on the best player. Brady was back-to-back years voted the best player in the NFL. But you're gonna say you know more than the actual people that play against them.
It's how I feel, and I swear to you, it's not any sort of biased like judgment on Brady. I personally don't think he has as much talent as those other 3 quarterbacks. That's why I said in quarterbacks we have seen in our lifetime, I'd rank him number 4.
Who's ahead of him?
Breeze, Manning, and Rodgers. As an individual talent who could play the position of quarterback, those 3. And if we start going into people who are retired, I think Joe Montana is definitely better than all of them.
Peyton Manning has always had, by far, better teams than Tom Brady has ever had. But has Peyton Manning had the greatest head coach ever? You forget that Bill Belichick is such a huge contribution to that team. Bro, Belichick, like, I don't understand how you even... Like, Belichick's stats without Brady are trash. Like, there's not, like... That's literally the only data you have is Belichick without Brady. And then he turns from 5-11 the first year with the Patriots without Brady. As soon as he gets Tom Brady, 11-5. But it's the system. It's just a system that took 6 years to work and it just so happened that at that 6th year you had Tom Brady.
I'm just saying, listen, they have the best system in football.
Then why don't people copy the system?
I have no idea. I don't. And I also don't know. I also don't understand why defenses can't adjust.
We knew coming in today we were not going to change Steve's mind.
I wasn't trying to change anyone's mind either.
Done.
But
I'm done. Steve, whatever you say.
Listen,
needs to go, dude.
You guys have every right to that opinion. I personally
It's not an opinion, it's fact.
I just personally think that he, as a talent level, no rings, no championships, no Patriots. As a talent level, if you put Brady anywhere else, he's not going to be Tom Brady. He's not going to have the achievements that he had with the Patriots. If Tom Brady was a Cleveland Brown his entire career He doesn't have 5 rings. He doesn't have all those stats.
You can't say that.
Yes,
you
I
don't
can.
know that, dude.
You easily can.
No. Yeah, I'm telling you, put Brady on the Browns this year.
No,
They're-
not this year. Browns his entire career. He doesn't
Even
have 5
still,
Super
dude.
Bowls.
Bro, do you see the quarterbacks they had? Straight trash. They had Josh McCown.
And the whole
fucking
team has been
Wait,
trash.
imagine you're telling me no. The year, what was it? Would it have been what 13 or 14? Josh Gordon's prime year with Brady, they would have made playoffs easy.
But okay,
Gordon
so
would have broke
if he
every
were-
record.
If they made the playoffs that year, he still doesn't have his rings. He still doesn't have those stats in the playoffs because he's not going to have the same achievement with the Browns than he does with
Except
the
he
Patriots.
he literally outplayed all teams in the division anyway. First of all, the Bengals trash. He would have trashed the Bengals. He always outperformed Big Ben. And the Ravens are always just one of those.
Like, I don't know if you just want to keep
Solid
arguing with me
defenses.
or you're just not understanding the point.
No, I understand what you're saying, but like literally, you could argue, say, "Oh, Belichick's better." There's data of Belichick without Brady. There's data of Belichick with Brady. Belichick did nothing without Brady. 6 years in the league, he had do nothing. Finally gets Tom Brady, doesn't go under 11 or 10. What is it? Yeah, 11 wins. You can't say like that's. He literally was trash without Brady. So it's not his system. If his system works everywhere, then no matter where he goes, they're going to be good. If his system works, defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators, coaches could take the system.
And I can add to that with what I said previous, saying that I wasn't taking anything away from Brady. I said he's a great quarterback. He's just, as a talent level with all the other 3, he's not better than the 3 of them. That's why I said you could take all 3 with Belichick's system, and the Patriots have the same success. And you can't do it the other way around.
When you look at it, because we're not saying he's the best based on athletic ability. When you combine whatever his athletic ability is, plus his game sense, plus his overall personality, because how many other players would take pay cuts to build teams?
No,
Not,
and
no one
I
would do that.
respect. No, and I completely respect that. 100%. That's something Aaron Rodgers should have done. Aaron Rodgers shouldn't be looking for this huge contract because he screws himself over. Look at the team that he has. It's terrible.
If you put Tom Brady,
I respect Brady for taking the pay cut because he wants to win. He's a competitor, but he, as a talent level, nice Moe's, by the way. You kind of want me getting Moe's now. Shout out to Moe's sponsorship for the Exposed After Dark podcast.
I need queso.
if you put Tom Brady on Peyton Manning's Colts and the Broncos team, he wins than Peyton Manning did. And that is facts.
You kind of cut out, so I didn't hear exactly what you said.
If you put Tom Brady on Peyton Manning's teams, he wins more Super Bowls than Peyton Manning. Easy. Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Clark, Edgerrin James, dude.
He definitely had a lot of success, but he also wouldn't have that system that the Patriots have.
The system that apparently is a system that's just uncopyable. That no one else can. It's a system. It's a system that if you even define what I want to hear what this system is.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know Belichick's secrets, but for anything that man does works. Anything that man does.
Except the 6 years prior to Tom Brady, that was kind of just like a trial run, right? But when Brady came, then
he also didn't
the
have the
system
whole
just started
Patriot
working.
coaching staff that he has. It's totally different.
Bruh, they went 5-11 with the same coaching staff. He gets paid. Tom Brady, they go 11-5.
Brady's a great quarterback. I never took that away from him. You keep going back to that. I keep saying that Brady's a great quarterback. But out of the other 3 that in our lifetime, I think he's number 4. That's
Bruh, Manning had a Hall of Fame coach too. Manning had a Hall of Fame coach. Breeze has a Hall of Fame coach. Like, you act like Sean Payton's trash. Like,
I'm not saying he is. I'm not taking anything away from them. But I listen. I stated my case. I stated my argument. I knew you guys weren't going to agree. It's actually I took a lot less heat than I thought I was going to be honest.
That's because I'm still upset you had the audacity to even say Brady was 4th. That
talent wise, as a quarterback,
I think you kind of lost your argument.
Yeah. Talent wise, 100%.
That's like the
4th.
stupidest thing I've ever heard. How are you gonna say talent wise?
He doesn't match arm strength, arm accuracy, and mobility than the other 3.
And he wins because he's a better quarterback.
Hold on. Okay, so one of your biggest things you've been saying for a while is Brady's passes through the air. Now, this season, Brady averages 7.6 air yards compared to Aaron Rodgers is an 8.8. It's a yard difference. In their career, air yards 20 plus, Rodgers 15%, Brady 14.3%. There is minimal difference there. So obviously the arm strength is indeed there.
Not as much. If you had to go deep with one person, you're still gonna pick Tom Brady at a deep ball. With a deep
Chris
ball.
Hogan. Chris Hogan.
No, Chris Hogan all day.
Deep ball, you're gonna pick Tom Brady to throw that deep ball.
Absolutely.
100% no. I am taking Aaron Rodgers 10 out of 10 times to throw a Hail Mary deep.
Because he's gotten 3 lucky Hail Marys.
Brady doesn't need those Hail Marys.
Yeah,
He's already winning the game.
Because he's just got those
already
dumpy
winning.
dinks, man. That's all it takes.
Bro,
I don't know why
you're
other
an
teams. I don't know
idiot.
why
No.
other teams
He
don't do
doesn't need
that.
those dumpy dinks. He uses those dumpy dinks to get them in the lead so they don't have to go for their last second Hail Mary shit. They don't.
I don't think
that.
you act like it's a dump. Quarterbacks can't do that because they don't know how to get rid of the ball as quickly as Tom Brady. They're not as smart as Tom Brady. Like, it's gonna be hilarious. Like, once Rodgers loses ability, he's gonna be not ass, but like it's not even gonna be an argument, dude. You already saw him this year, like without his mobility, he looked like complete shit.
Dude, Rodgers still rushed a lot, and he with a bad leg, he still was able to scramble out.
That's my point, dude. Like once his mobility is gone.
BurnZ, it's the same argument. It's actually getting so fucking frustrating and boring. Just end it.
Hey, listen, I had a fun time, man.
Listen, you're an idiot.
If for some reason the Rams are listening to this podcast, my one suggestion for the Super Bowl is do not fucking play zone like every fucking other
If
AFC.
the Rams my suggestion is
we will all fold to Steve's argument on one condition, and this is all I ask. I want you to explain something to me. What is this system that Belichick has?
I would love to know the system.
Okay, so you're just making up.
But he has the system. He has a system. He has a system.
As a way of what? Of running offenses?
He just does, man. Not just the offense. He has a way of running the entire team, man. The Patriots are just good. They're a great team.
All right, secret word is jiggle. Jiggle.
You owe Manny a few things.
I don't know, man.
You owe Manny a few things. He said the code word immediately last week. I just want you to know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You owe Manny a few things.
You gotta show your nipples on camera.
He literally commented on the video like 8 hours after it was posted. You owe Manny a few things.
Chris, you have any following?
No, I'm just done because literally I'll say something and he'll come back with me with some stupid ass shit and it's just so I'm not Brady's the GOAT. That's all I need to say.
Yeah, it's really honestly, especially after last week, the fact that you literally had to chat because you knew what just happened alone.
I didn't want to just deal with. I was so pissed off at that time because the game was over,
Right.
and the fucking Chiefs choked. But
No,
game
they
was
didn't
over.
choke. It's Tom
Wrap
Brady.
it up, dude. Wrap it up.
They picked him off for the third time, man. They had the game.
It was a free play, dude.
It shouldn't have been a free play. Fucking idiot. I hope he got shredded in like the fucking locker room after that. But
Shred it, bro.
it's been fun. It's coming close to like the 53-minute mark now. So, you want to say
It's been real.
It's been real, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below who you think the greatest who the greatest quarterback is.
If there are more Bradys, if there are 5 more Bradys,
leave a like on the video if you think Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. Leave a comment down below if you don't.
Leave a like if you think Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback of all time, and leave a dislike if you think Tom Brady is the best quarterback
Can
of
you
all
like
time.
it no matter what so we get famous?
Yeah, can you just like it no matter what? It'll really support the channel. And,
Let us know how this face cast went.
Yeah, let us know
if
how
you
you
really want people to like it, dude, you have to say like it if Tom Brady's a GOAT. Comment for Aaron Rodgers. You'll probably receive 0 comments, but you'll probably get a shit ton of likes if anyone out there even watches this other than Manny.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good cast other than Steve being an idiot, and we'll have some good topics for next week.
Well, I should have a podcast instead of just Steve talking about how just stats.
Yeah,
and
kind of.
boring shit.
It kind of was just me defending my.
Well, that's because you were like, all right, let me finish.
Just end it.
Let me finish, and then 35 minutes later,
He goes,
I
"Give
don't
me
even
5
remember
minutes,"
like
and he took out
30% of what you said every time I tried to
I
argue.
fell asleep. I put my head down. Like it was just
Should have
boring.
played League. Yeah, no, this is cool. I like the face cast.
I do too. Hopefully this is like the.
I'm actually meeting up with the boys. Meeting up with the boys this weekend, so I'll be in a good old LI.
Mm-hmm. It'll be a nice vlog for that. By the time this goes up, it'll be Friday. So
we can do the
it'll be
risk vlog if you want, Chris.
Sounds good to me. partying it up. But thank you guys for watching. Like, again, if you think Tom Brady's the GOAT, leave a like on the video. And comment down below who you think is the greatest quarterback of all time, even if it is Tom Brady.
Comment the secret word.
Comment the secret word. What are they going to get, Chris?
I want to see who watches it.
What
Alright,
are they
bye.
going to get? What are they going to get?
If they put the secret word,
Nothing.
Chris will
Just
buy
gonna-
you Tom Brady Super Bowl tickets.
No. All right, bye.
I guess.
Wow.
Peace out.
All right. See ya.